Hey, this is Hayden, and in this video, we're going to discuss Facebook recruiting secret number 4, how to use Facebook Messenger effectively to build your business. So this training is the fourth piece of the Facebook recruiting puzzle. So far, we've covered these following pieces. So the first one is we found live prospects on Twitter using Social Lead Ninja and invited them to be our friend on Facebook. The second part of the puzzle is we've set up our Facebook wall to be an attractive, positive place with posts about Valentis that are heartfelt and inspire curiosity. Now, I also want to touch on this. Please make sure that your profile picture is a friendly one. It's not something ridiculous that will repel people. And likewise with your cover image, it's not something that's going to disgust people or annoy people or drive people away. We're in the business of attracting positive people to us. So set the cards, set up the game so it's easy for yourself to win. Don't make it hard by putting, silly pictures of something as your profile picture and something negative or ridiculous as your cover picture. Okay, set it up so that you can win easier. Okay, so ultimately our goal was to have people ask us, so what is this coffee and how can I get some? So here's an example of a post that I put out a couple of days back, and it's a heartfelt post. It's my own experience. I got run over when I was a young kid, and I sustained brain damage, and it still haunts me today. But what I found with the Valentis coffee is that it's given me, not necessarily part of my mind back, but it's given me a lot more mental clarity. And where I used to have brain fog for most of the day, it's kind of cleared that away, and I can pretty much operate as a regular person now, and it's incredibly powerful for me. So I put this post out, and as you can see there where the arrow leads to, one of the first comments was, tell me more about the special coffee. And this is exactly what we want our post to do. So this is an example. You'll have your own story, or you'll be able to leverage the stories of other people in the team. The way you do that is just go, hey, my friend John, and then you can just paraphrase what you found somewhere else, another Valentis member is doing. Okay, and use it as your own based on their story. Okay, so the third part of the puzzle in the recruiting Facebook puzzle is that you accepted your new Facebook friend request and you did the following three things. So the first thing is you clicked like on one or some of their posts. The second thing you did was you sincerely complimented them on a photo or a personally written post or posts. If you find some good stuff, there's no reason to stop at one. You can do as many as you like. The key point is that you sincerely comment, sincerely compliment it, or write a constructive comment, not something dumb that's going to annoy them. Because once again, we are in the business of attraction marketing. Okay. And then the third thing you did was, if there was something particularly that you liked, that you liked particularly, then you shared it on your wall as well. That's kind of like the ultimate compliment for somebody, because we all want our content to be liked and shared. And if you do this for people, they will start to take notice. Okay. So to follow up on that, by showing an interest in your friends' posts, and it doesn't need to be your new friends, it can be all your friends. Old friends, they like people showing interest in their stuff too. So by showing interest, what you're doing essentially is you're giving them a virtual door knock or a reminder that, hey, firstly, you exist, and then secondly, hey, come and check out my stuff as well, because I checked out yours. And bit by bit, what you're going to be doing is building your own ever-growing tribe of friends who are very loyal to you, who actively look out for your posts and engage with them. And from those people, it's very likely that you're going to get messages from them saying, hey, I see you posting about this coffee all the time. What is it? Okay. I have this pretty much every day. My students have this pretty much every day, and you will start to have this every day as well. Okay. So ultimately, the work you're putting in to build a network of business-minded friends here on Facebook is an asset that has the potential to set you free. And I'm not even joking about this. And our boy here, Robert Kiyosaki, goes on to say, the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for a job. And this is so true, especially with us here in Valentis. Now, moving on to the fourth Facebook recruiting secret, and that is using the Facebook Messenger the most effective way so as not to get rejected and not be dubbed a sleazy marketer. Now, what's very important here is that before you start messaging people, you want to make sure that your Facebook wall, I've talked about it being a personal TV channel, has some good Valentis related stories. You have some before and after pics there, and they're there so that when you are messaging and chatting with people, they'll be snooping your wall, and that will give them kind of a clue what to talk to you about. They might be on your wall and they've just seen this amazing post before and after picture, and you're in the process of chatting with them, and there's a very high chance they're going to say, "Hey, this, what is this stuff? I see this stuff all over your wall. Tell me about it." This is the kind of reaction we're looking for, and when a person does that, that's the key. That's how you get them into the business. So nothing's more powerful than a person asking you. You know what I mean? All right. So our initial goal for messaging someone is to move closer to earning their friendship and trust, not to ram our business down their throats. Now, why do we want to do this? Well, people fundamentally hate to be sold, and therefore can't stand pushy salespeople. So we don't want to be that person. And B, in the end, your Valentis business and therefore your income will be more solid and dependable when you've built it on a foundation of people who like and trust you. All right. So our strategy is to make new friends, engage in conversations, and show interest in their lives. Not only is this method low stress and not intimidating to do, remember these people ask to be your friend, but by paying it forward like this, people will naturally ask what you do and want to know more about your life and what you do. Okay? So when they do, come around asking you, so what do you do? We have to have a good answer prepared. So in other words, you want to have a few versions of what is called an elevator speech or pitch. And essentially what that is, it's a mini pitch or a sentence about your business that inspires the person to basically say to you, "Wow, how do you do that?" Or "How can I get started?" Or "How can I learn more?" All right. So that's the end game for us, is we want people asking these powerful questions. All right. So in the next few slides, I'm going to give you some examples you can either use or adapt to your own personality. And I'm going to start with this one. So the prospect says to you, "All right, so what do you do?" And you say, "Well, you know how most people say they want to lose weight, but don't have the time or willpower to diet and exercise? Well, basically, I help people to burn inches of fat off their waist and body just by drinking coffee. People just love it. I have free samples if you'd like to try it." Here's another one. Prospect says, "So what do you do?" And you go, "Well, you know how most people say that they like to lose weight or how they'd like to make more money? Well, with our company, we provide a healthy coffee that burns fat off you without diet or exercise. It's all natural and it gives you a ton of energy too. People love it and tell other people about it. And when that happens, the company pays you very generously. So I've got some free samples if you'd like to try it." So below this video, I'm going to give you some conversation starters and a powerful method to control the conversations with your new Facebook friends and prospects using questions. And I'll also give you those elevator speech examples. I'll paste those below as the training as well. All right. So once again, if you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook, or if you go into the back office of Social Lead Ninja, you can send us support ticket and my team will get back with you. Thanks very much.